Welcome to Shortfield, the channel all about the lighter side of aviation. And today we've got 10 grass strips for you in under 10 minutes. So settle back and let's get on with it. Okay, so first up, it's Hinderclay Meadows. Hinderclay Meadows is located 6.5 miles to the west of Eye in Norfolk. It has a single grass runway 80 feet above mean sea level, orientated 2204, and is 800 metres long. The surface is very good and the approach to 04 is clear. However, runway 22 has some pretty tall trees right on the threshold, which knocks around 200 metres off of the usable length. This video landing was on runway 22. It's suitable for most light SEP aircraft. The facilities I'd give 4 out of 10 stars for. Skill level's pretty easy, and advisories would be the trees on the 22 threshold and the potential for animals to be on the runway. Next up, it's Cuckoo Tye Farm. Situated just a couple of miles to the north of Sudbury in Suffolk lies the lovely named little farm strip of Cuckoo Tye Farm. There's one grass runway 290 feet above mean sea level, orientated 2709, and it's 660 metres long. The surface is very good and the approaches are clear. There's a slight upward slope from the western end, and at the eastern end there's a farm track that runs across the strip, which can be active with farm machinery as well as being pretty chewed up when the strip gets wet. This video shows a landing on runway 09. It's suitable for most light SEP aircraft. The facilities I'd give 2 out of 10 stars for. Skill level, really easy, and advisories would be that there's crops close to the strip. The farm track running across the strip can be poor ground, and there's a potential for animals to be on the runway. Okay, number 3, and it's quite a tough one, and it's Clipgate. Clipgate is set 406 feet above mean sea level on top of a hill 6 miles to the southeast of Canterbury in Kent. It has one grass runway orientated 2002 at 490 metres long. The surface is good, but the approach to 20 is over a wooded area which runs all the way to the 20 threshold, and with trees running alongside the strip, turbulence and wind shear can be present at even moderate winds. 02 is better, but there's still trees to the side of the strip and a hedge at the threshold. The strip is noted in the poolies as being 30 metres wide, but when I visited it had been cut much thinner. This video shows a landing on runway 20. It's suitable for microlights and STOL aircraft. The facilities I'd give 2 out of 10 stars for, although there is maintenance on site. Skill level I would put at difficult. The advisories, I'd say trees are close to the strip, wind shear on windy days, and the potential for people to be on the runway, and it can be cut quite narrow. Okay, next up we've got Sutton Meadows. Sutton Meadows is sited in Cambridgeshire, just 5 miles to the west of Ely, and it sits at just 8 feet above mean sea level. It has 3 runways set in a classic triangular layout, 2406, 2810, 1901. It's pretty easy to locate from the air, and you can always find a runway into wind. The approaches are fairly clear apart from 28 and 01, which have power lines close to the short final. The strip is well maintained but can be a little bumpy and rough in places. There's a microlight school based at the strip, and aero towing of paragliders also takes place. This video landing was on runway 24. It's suitable for microlights and STOL aircraft. Facilities I'd give 3 out of 10 stars for. The skill level's easy, and advisories will be power lines near to the strip, some poor ground, and the hang glider towing at the field. Right, we are halfway through, and here's number 5. Located well inside Luton's Class D airspace, 3 miles south of Hitchin in Hertfordshire, Rush Green sits at 350 feet above mean sea level. There's one listed grass runway orientated 3416 at 550 metres long. Runway 16 is surrounded by trees which can cause turbulence and wind shear in strong winds. The strip is in good condition and the surface is reasonably smooth. The approach to 16 is clear, but care must be taken not to fly over the built up area immediately to the south of runway 34. It is very important to follow the procedure regarding entry and exit from the controlled airspace available on obtaining PPR. This video shows a landing on runway 16. It's suitable for most light SEP aircraft. The facilities I'd give it 2 out of 10 stars. Skill level is quite difficult, especially in strong winds, and the advisories would be inside controlled airspace and the trees close to the strip. Next up, it's Weybourne. Weybourne sits at 30 feet above mean sea level on the North Norfolk coast, just 3 miles to the west of Sheringham. It has 2 grass runways, the longest of which is 610 metres, orientated 3416, with 2103 being just 370 metres long. The strip is in excellent condition, but care must be taken when landing on 3-4, as there is a small hill on the final and quite a downslope towards the sea, which can make it difficult to stop, especially if the grass is wet. There's a lovely little museum, short walk from the airfield. This landing was videoed from runway 34, suitable for most light SEP aircraft with care, and the facilities I'd give 6 out of 10 stars for. Skill level, definitely for 3-4 is quite difficult, but 1-6 is pretty easy. And the advisories would be the downslope on runway 34. You can get onshore winds that can make approaches quite difficult. Wow, we're already at number 7, and it's Pitsford. Pitsford is set at 330 feet above mean sea level on the south shore of Pitsford Water in Northamptonshire. It has one 450 metre long grass runway orientated 2911. The approaches are clear on both ends and the surface is very good, although the strip itself is quite undulating. This video was taken on a landing on runway 29. It's suitable for microlights and STOL aircraft. Facilities I'd give 2 out of 10 stars for. There's not a lot there apart from walking. Skill level, it's easy, and the advisories would be that it's very close to the sidewheel ATZ and the strip has an undulating surface. Nice easy one next, it's Mainhall Farm. Located 5 miles to the south-southeast of Huntingdon, Mainhall Farm is just 63 feet above main sea level and has a lovely long 750 metre single grass strip orientated 2709. The approaches are clear on both ends and the surface is very good, although there's a large hump around 150 metres from the threshold of runway 27, so I would advise either land before or after it. This video shows a landing on runway 27. It's suitable for most light SEP and some light twin aircraft. The facilities I'd give 2 out of 10 stars for. The skill level, it's super easy. And the advisories would be that undulating surface at the eastern end of the strip. Right, the penultimate strip, and one I use in my opening video. It's Benington. Benington is set at 400 feet above mean sea level and 2 miles to the east of Stevenage and just 1 mile east of the Luton CTR. The grass strip is 400 metres long, orientated 2406, with a marked downslope from around 100 metres before the end of runway 24. The strip is quite smooth but can suffer from rabbit holes. There's a small wooded area directly adjacent to the west side of the strip which can cause turbulence and wind shear in strong westerly winds. This video was taken landing on runway 24, suitable for microlights and STOL aircraft. Facilities, there's not much there, I'd give it 2 out of 10 stars. It's very easy, and the advisories would be the trees close to the strip can cause turbulence and of course the rabbit holes. Wow, we're there, 10 airstrips in 10 minutes, and the final one is Cottered. At 390 feet above mean sea level with a single grass strip at 500 metres long, orientated 2507, Cottered is located 5 miles to the southeast of Baldock. The strip is kept in good condition but does suffer from rabbit holes occasionally. There are 100-foot power lines that run very close and parallel to the north side of the strip. The approach to runway 07 is clear and with the strip running uphill is easy. However, runway 25 has farm buildings and tall trees directly at the threshold, and with the downslope you should take at least 150 metres off the usable length. The video was taken of a landing on runway 07. It's suitable for microlights and STOL aircraft. The facilities, there's nothing there really, it's 2 out of 10 stars. Skill level 07, super easy. 25, quite difficult. The advisories would be the downslope and the buildings on 25's threshold, and of course the rabbit holes. Whew. Okay, that does it. If you fancy trying any of these strips, they all require prior permission before visiting, so don't just turn up. Hopefully you found this content interesting and entertaining. But please remember, I am not an instructor and any information you get from this is just my personal experience as a private pilot in the UK. Thank you so much for watching, and Shortfield out.